Stay safe, man. Have a nice vacation. What's up, everybody? Snake, Ja, how's it going? I don't know about going Demon Hunter with Fat Gem. Gem is not that good for DH. It's okay. If it's unbound, I would sell it. Unless you plan on playing Druid and putting money into like a bear tank, then I want to sell it. There's better gems for DH. Yep. People doing 6.2 billion damage in a dungeon is ridiculous. Finally got all your topaz to rank 9. Dang, this sounds like an expensive Christmas. You know what I just did today? That doesn't really count. I don't think I'm gonna mention it. I configured a GT3 today, and yeah, I don't know. Maybe next year. All right, enough of this. You had 4 5-star royalings. How did you have 4 5-star royalings? How'd you have that many? I said I configured a GT3. I didn't say I bought the GT3. I just want to know what it would look like in cost based on oh wait, I wanted to build it. All right, let's do this crap. Fast, get my dungeons done, shady stock done, and we'll see if I get lucky with a helm drop. I know you configured one, just was wondering if it was yours. I mean, yeah, I configured one for myself just based on the builds, the options, and everything that I wanted. I just wanted to see kind of like where the range would be of what I would build. And then yeah, it's and then of course it's like Horn. Outer if luck during increased drop rate. Yeah, I'd say that's luck. They're luring you in with running risk and stuff, you know? What is this lag? Oh, I did update all my dryers and stuff. So we'll see if I lag today. If I still lag, then it's probably just like clear the cache of the game and see if that fixes it. Wow. You spent 50,000. That's crazy, dude. Stop running behind me, you idiot Barb. Jesus. Sorry for yelling into the mic, but man, Barbs are so It's bound. I mean, do you plan on spending money? Because 5-star gems are expensive to rank up, but I mean, it's okay depending on, I guess, the gems that you have, the other gems that you have, but yeah, I don't know. Oh, I know you said 50,000 orbs. That's that, or 50,000 crests or whatever. Wait, 50,000 orbs is still a lot, though. You know? Because I usually... Oh, that's crest. How many orbs do I usually load? Actually, that's not that much. Oh, wait, you only spend 50,000 orbs? That's crazy, because when I do a rank 1 to 10 gem, I have to spend probably... I load like between... It's usually about $4,000, right? Worth of orbs. And each $1,000 is 75,000 orbs, right? So in order for me to get my gem from rank 1 to rank 10, I usually end up spending like 300,000 to 400, maybe 500,000 orbs, just depending on my luck. So that's actually pretty good. That's not that much, actually, now that I think about it. 50,000 orbs is not that much. I didn't buy anything for Christmas this year. I think I might... I'm waiting on the 1440 tandem OLED panel to come out. And I think I might get that. And hopefully it doesn't burn in. Because if it burns in, I'm going to be very sad. But I didn't really buy anything for myself. Dude, no one wants to buy a $4,000 car. Like, I'm not trying to like brag or anything, but I don't like that comparison, because it's like I spent $10,000 alone on my latest computer. So, and then it's like, and then people are like, oh, you spent 10,000 on a computer, that you could buy a car with that. And it's just like, I don't like those analogies, or I don't like those sayings. Like, I'm not gonna buy a $10,000 car. I'm sorry. It's why would I do that, right? And I'm not trying, again, this is not a flex or anything like that. It's just the people that spend certain amounts of money on certain things are never going to buy a car like that unless like it serves a very specific purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Yeah. So I don't like those things. And it's just like, it's the same argument where it's like, oh, you spent $3 million on a house. Well, you could buy a house here in you know, the middle of nowhere, Illinois or in Iowa. And then you could have like 400 acres, or I don't know, I'm making this up, 400 acres or something like that. And it's just like, I don't want to own a house in the middle of Idaho or Iowa or whatever state that you pronounce or can think of, in the middle of nowhere where there's nothing around, where I have to drive an hour into town. It's like, I don't want that. Like, that's not what I look for, you know what I mean? I think it's all relative though, because I don't know. It's all relative, because like the people who have a really good career and you know, they're in the top like 2% of salaries in the US, which isn't that hard, right? Because you got to remember, in the US, the mean salary is like 46,000. Is that right? That sounds low, but the mean salary is really low. And it's just like, oh, well, if you're earning like 300K a year, you're already in like the top 2% of earners. So, and there's a lot of people in the US that earn well below that. So then, yeah, it's like, okay, well, $4,000 is a lot for a car, or like to spend on something. But you got to remember, like a lot of the people are making way more than that a month, and it, you know, it doesn't affect them. You know, it's like traveling first class and spending money on like nice 5-star hotels and stuff like that. It's like people are saying, oh, I wouldn't do that, and it's like it's a waste. And I don't know, I think it's like it's the same thing could be said with like designer items and luxury cars and things like that. It's like, true, a $4,000 car can get you from point A to point B. You know, a GT3 RS can also get you from point A to point B. So yeah, I work in tech. I'm an engineer. I get you. I can buy a house and do renovation totaling 1.2 million, and I'll never spend more than 20 bucks for a t-shirt. See? Everyone has their own kind of limits. I probably wouldn't. I'm very selective with my like what I buy designer wise. So you know, I do like some watches, right? I don't have a lot of watches, only a 2. But I want to get my next watch that I want to get is a date. Not in platinum. That's just dumb. The daily wear that thing is too heavy. But yeah, I want to get a date, and then I think like that's pretty good having 3 different watches. You know, I have my black tie one with the alligator straps. I have my everyday wear watch, which just has like a sunburst blue dial, and then I kind of want to get the date in silver or green dial. Just to add some more flexibility on like outfit choices and stuff like that pairing with the watch. So, but like things like that are very selective to me. And same thing with designer items that, you know, cost $3,000 to $10,000 for designer items. Just like I'm very selective on the designer items I buy. Like I don't have to have all designer items. Like I'll buy it if it looks nice and it's like my style. Today I got a 4-star colossal and I already have a rank 4 3-star. How to get the 4-star to rank 4? You use the rank 4 as a duplicate when you upgrade your gem. So when you have to input another Colossus engine, you'll see the star count go from 3 to 4. Go look up the video that I have. There's like a Frozen Heart video. Any actually video. Well, I should say any video. The Frozen Heart one that's on my YouTube channel probably is the best example. When you put in a higher rank, it'll change the star count. You'll see it on the UI. It'll have an extra star, knowing that so you know that you did it right. Like in the preview, it'll show like an extra star in green. So then you know that it'll upgrade the star count. And $20 for a t-shirt, that limits your choices significantly. Significantly limits your kind of choices. And I don't like all designer items. Like, there's some that I don't really like. The only really designer items I really enjoy are like Louis has some pretty nice items. I like their scents. I buy most of their scents. Not all their scents, but I like a lot of their scents. Most of my scent collection is Louis. And then I would say I really like Montclair. I think that's probably my favorite designer items. And, you know, being Asian, like Montclair, Asians, like that, we pretty much just buy that. And then All Saints as well. So All Saints, Montclair, those are usually my kind of items that I buy. Well, yeah, you can't just transfer the star count, you know what I mean? You're gonna have to... I think you can use the progressive gem upgrade too. Didn't they fix that in hotfix that in where if you do the progressive upgrade, you can put the one duplicate in and upgrade the stars as well. Double check out the UI and switch from standard upgrade to progressive upgrade and see if the star count goes up. I think they fixed that. I think they put that in there so that does count as well, because before it didn't used to work. But I'm pretty sure maybe someone in chat can confirm that. Everyday wear, I just wear Uniqlo and I mean, whatever. I just wear like for everyday wear, I wear a lot of like Banana Republic t-shirts, stuff like that. There you go. Demon Hunter is so slow, yet I'm the very first person at the front of this dungeon consistently. So I don't know why you're saying that. I didn't do crap in this dungeon. No, they didn't nerf set items. You just do too many dungeons. They need to slow you down. They don't want you to have full triple greens already. You know, the patch just came out. What's up with this broken wizard build? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that got past QA. Like it's... Yeah, I don't know, man. I can't believe it. It is morning in China, so like I don't know why it's not been hotfixed yet. At a 4K Rezo wizard out DPS you. How does that make you feel? You know how you beat that wizard? You gotta buy not buy, you gotta basically run the new sentry stuff and go full into primary attack, drop strafe, and then you just need to run like sentry. That's what you need to run. It only worked in PvE. Yeah, sure, but still, like, it's still doing absurd amount of damage. Like who cares if it doesn't work? You know, most people only do PvE in this game. You gotta remember that. So it still should be hotfixed no matter what. Like it should not be in the game. He quit. Don't you remember? He quit. Or maybe you don't remember. Yeah, he quit. He threw turned it in. What did I just click on? What was that? Really? Yeah, yeah, yeah. He quit. He made a Reddit post and everything. Okay, well, this is kind of garbage. I miss when Demon Hunter used to be broken. Wait, was that it? Complete 2 outer risks. Let's turn these in. I got 2 feet. I love watching your live videos. Really, some people will prefer like polished, formatted YouTube videos versus live videos. There really hasn't been anything in the game that I felt like I needed to make a video about. Just, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm lazy though too. But I feel it wasn't anything really game breaking for Demon Hunter. Okay, well that was sad. We didn't get the Sentry one that we wanted, but I have an idea for Sentry. But yeah, we'll see. Alright, what gem didn't transfer? That one. Never transfers. Did you change back to 4 Gloom, 4 Urge? I changed 2 Mount Bank, 2 Urge, 4 Gloom. That's what I always run. But sort of, yes. The answer is basically I went back to what I was running before. The new Sentry is pretty bad. Also, the duration is super short. Okay, but there's things that you can do to make summons last longer. Okay, listen. 2 things. 1, there's a way to make it last longer. 2, there's ways to get extra sets of Sentries. 3, and all you go is in the primary attack speed because it mimics your primary attack. So anything like Hate Sheath, for example, with Vengeance will make your primary attack go faster. Anything that modifies your primary attack will be really good. So think about like the new main hand. Sentries firing instead of and each fire is like 3 rockets out every time you fire. So think about that, right? The other thing you have to think about is like so I was saying like Hate Sheath just increases your primary attack. You don't need to run strafe anymore. You can drop strafe for something else. So and then like that's appended. Crossbow shot has a 28.5% chance of firing an additional shot. So each of your sentries, if it mimics your primary attack, it has a chance to fire an extra crossbow shot, which then will also trigger the new main hand for firing an extra set of rockets, right? So the idea, I think, is like you want to not go all in on sentry, but you basically want to go all in on primary attack. And because there's two sentries that are firing your primary attack, you should be able to 2x at least your damage. So yeah, there it is. That's the idea, but I don't have the primary the helm yet, so I can't test it. But if anyone has it, try it out. Try running like summons duration, and yeah, just try it out. The extra sentries cancel out. Okay. So you can't have more than 2 at once. Okay, what about the firing like Death Appended and Hate Sheath and Death Appended and Hate Sheath? What about those? Thematically, because you play techno music in the background and the DI vibe goes really well with it. By the way, I like that you're so competitive. I'm not really competitive though. I just remembered it's almost 2026 and we have not seen competitive flamethrower. Yeah, I don't think we will. If you activate rockets for sentry, it no longer fires your primary. But it turns your primary into rockets though. Like look at the main hand. Multi-shot now empowers you, causing your primary attack to fire swarms of homing projectiles. So why would this not work with the helm? Because it should be firing. It's still your primary attack, but you fire 3 missiles instead of 1 arrow. So then you're saying this doesn't work with the sentry, or are you just guessing? Are you guessing, or do you actually know this? Because that doesn't make sense what you just said. It works, but it's not like strafe. I know you're not gonna run strafe with the build. You're literally, there's no point running strafe because 30% increase attack speed only gets you to from 0.25 seconds to 0.22 seconds, right? So that's not that fast of an increase. It's better to not run strafe and then just regular run primary attack and then boosting your primary attack as fast as possible. That's what you should run, because you should be able to hit like 50% increased attack speed, or primary attack speed rather, quite easily. So that means those sentries should be firing 50% attack speed as well, and that means that more rockets should be able to be pushed out. So strafe spin fires primary and rockets. Strafe spin doesn't fire primary. No, if you run the new main hand, it fires rockets now instead of your primary, and the strafe spin still works. It's just like it still works. I'm confused what you're saying. It sounds to me like you haven't tested a lot of this stuff. I've spent the past couple of days testing all the new stuff, and I've been discussing it with other people in a lot of the discords and posting clips of things and whatnot. We were talking about how Sin for Vigor doesn't seem to be working, but I said it's because I have a theory about, because like one, rockets travel slower than your primary attack, so you're gonna see a little bit slower regen there, but then each subsequent hit on the same target does 75% less damage, which I also think does 75% less regen. Or they might split the regen across those 3 rockets. So I don't know. You tested the new Sentry for over 30 minutes. Yeah, but did you use the new main hand with it? Did you use Hate Sheath? Did you drop Strafe? Did you run Death Appended? Like, did you do all of those things? Because you don't want to run, you don't want to run Strafe. The only point to running Strafe was because you could fire like one primary attack every 0.22 seconds, right? But you don't need to run Strafe. You can run just regular primary attack. You don't need to spin anymore, and you want to run Hate Sheath, and you want to run all your like primary attack boosting abilities and just primary attack. That's what you want to do, because the goal is to shoot as fast as possible, to basically get each one of those sentries to shoot as fast as possible. So let's say you could do 230,000 damage, right? Just primary attack over a minute. 230 million damage of primary attack over a minute. Right? You have two sentries that also fire your primary attack. So that means that you should be able to easily hit, right, another 460 on top. So you should be almost at 1 billion damage just primary attack alone. That's why, like, that's the thinking. Okay, that's the thinking. Tested it without Strafe. I think it's best if I just wait for you to. I think you should test it too. You should test it too. It might be a while before I get the thing, you know what I mean? Plus, I can't be the only one to test these things out. You know, you all have to test things out too. Because I don't know what's going on half the time. Oh no, Mandingo figured out the strong thing in world chat. So now he's typing in white messages. Oh, lag is still there. Who froze me? Oh, that guy did. Oh boy. That's your playstyle looking boring? Yeah, it's true though. Dude, look at that guy's full. You almost full health and you try to grab the health thing from me, man. That's crazy. He's full health and tries to grab that. Okay, I stole that from him. My bad, dude. You have in your report. All right, all right. In this meta, if your team has 2 Tempest, it equals -2 players. I thought Tempest was okay. Isn't Tempest okay now? I thought Tempest was all right. Oh my gosh. Mandingo figured out how to type in strong in world chat. Now every sentence he's typing is in strong. Like, oh my gosh. Who told him how to do that? The evasion one, I think. I don't have 200. Plus, it costs 300. I already unlocked one with it. Hey, Chief, and what other? Hey, Chief, Death Appended. I need to check offhands. Let me see. Maybe the new shoulders. Let me see. Pants. Ruinous Path won't work because it summons damage. It's all damage you deal, not your summon. So that might not be. So that doesn't make sense to use. Let's see what else we have. Daring Swing now increases primary attack by 30%. Smokescreen now infuses your weapon with toxin, causing your primary attacks to poison enemies and trigger toxic explosions on critical hits. Maybe Creeping Demise, right? Because if they can... Creeping Demise for the pants, probably. The new offhand, Prying Benefactor, Sentry turrets deal 28.5% increased damage to enemies. Let me see what else, other offhand. I don't think you can, I think Free Guy said you can't, the Watcher Salvation doesn't work. Maybe this crossbow shot now deals. No, you can't run this because no. Okay, don't run the new main hand at all because I don't want it to change it to rockets. I want to keep it that. So maybe crossbow shot now deals additional. Make sure you run crossbow shot. This probably will work. Yeah. So run the new offhand. Run theory of retribution. I mean, even this being near primary as a sentry, increase your primary attack speed. This one might be good too. Maybe we skip the new main hand or the new offhand. Sentry deal 20 damage, 28.5%. And then we can maybe pick up attack speed. I don't know if this will stack with hate sheath though. Maybe try theory retribution, steel orchestra, or the new offhand. Hitting enemies with your primary attack reduces this cooldown. This might be important too to make sure that you always have sentries up. Crossbow shot deals 28.5% damage to increase poison damage. This one's pretty good too. Sentry triggers a small explosion. That doesn't really matter, that one. Yeah, I would try a couple different one of these. Like crossbow shot deals if you're running creeping demise, pants. If not, then you don't run sweet denial. You can run theory of retribution, steel orchestra, or theory of retribution and the new offhand. And then for the main hand, I wouldn't run this because I would probably say don't run this now because we want crossbow shot to proc on the target with theory retribution. So maybe skip that. That one's not gonna work. I know that. Sentry maximum increased and sentry maximum charge. Yeah, I don't think Watch of Salvation works is what Free Guy was saying. So you can try this, but I don't know if that's gonna work. Sentry also lost in 2 attacks. Sentry can upgrade and that won't work. Death Appended. So yeah, Death Appended is what I would run. Oh, and Smokescreen increases your primary attack by 38%. Oh. Oh my gosh. That means we don't have to run Hate Sheath. 38% for Smokescreen. But then that requires us to run Creeping Demise Pants. Which might be okay, right? So Sentry, Creeping, Smokescreen. Sentry, Smokescreen, Vengeance, and then we still have a 4 slot available. Yeah, try that. Try Skull Shrieker, Death Appended for the main hands, or Watcher Salvation. That mean, and then we can probably not run Hate Sheath anymore. We could probably run something else in this slot. And I forgot how much attack speed this gives us. But if we can stack with Hate Sheath, then maybe the yeah, I just want to see if we can get to like 100% attack speed, because we should be able to blast people away with running, and then with that fast attack speed allows us to restore. I just read restore here. With that fast attack speed, we should be able to, with this one offhand, get a charge a sentry back, right? And maybe we don't need to run Steel Orchestra anymore because we're running the Smokescreen one. So we can run Theory of Retribution, and then we can run Malign Salvation. Hitting enemies with primary attacks reduces sentry cooldown by 0.3%. By 0.3 seconds. Yeah, this, and then if this triggers off of each primary attack that hits, we fire primary attack, each sentry fires a primary attack. So this should reset super fast, right? So we should always have, there's no reason to run Watcher Salvation, I don't think, because this should give us basically unlimited charges with this. Try that. Hope you got all that. But basically it's like, these are the things I'm theory crafting in my mind, is like, maybe we can make this work. Maybe we can make that work. Try it out. Let me know how it goes. So I think that it has a On paper and in my mind, it has the potential to do a lot of damage. But for the legendary one, death appended, and the one that increases attack speed with smokescreen. Skull Shrieker. Does the new set work on bosses? Why would the new set not work on bosses? Yeah, why would it not work on bosses? Creeping Demise, probably. Like where you're going with the offhand that recharges sentry, that could be the missing factor. Yeah, that should, I mean, because in theory, it should, each one of those sentries that fires your primary attack and yourself, we should get 3 times the amount of procs. So we should be able to reset sentry really, really fast. And maybe Watcher's Salvation allows us to place down another 2 set of stationary sentries, and then we could have 2 down at the same time. That might be... yeah, I mean, you said it overwrote the ones that are on the field already, so maybe it doesn't work that way. That'd be cool if you could. And then it would make the previous... Then you'd have 4 sentries down, and then you could proc the sentry reset even faster because they're firing primary attack. Yeah, that'd be crazy. It's like infinite. QOT rune. I have a QOT rune somewhere. Oh no, I don't. It's OTH. Hello from Sweden. The new sentries forum makes super low damage, but I will follow you and see where we land in damage. Yes, yes. Yes, you great. I don't know about that. I think we should put together a sentry build that goes all in on just primary attack and see what we can come up with. Because you got to remember, like, Demon Hunter 3 years ago, all we did was just like primary attack. This is what we did. And then you can see Death Appended every now and then firing, like, watch, you'll see like multiple arrows go out at the same time. That's because Death Appended procs, right? So, let's take a quick look at what I have. Try it out and let me know. Yeah, 3 years ago, we didn't even have Summons DH. Exactly. We had Hate Sheath. You guys remember when Hate Sheath used to be the move? I do. because anything that was like primary attack that increased their primary attack, that's what we went with. And then for so long we've just been spinning around. So maybe this sentry allows us to go back to just firing primary attack, because like it doesn't make any sense to run strafe anyways. So, and you can't hit 100% increased attack speed, just attack speed. You can hit it with primary attack speed, but and that's what I think maybe that's what they're trying to do. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Let me play with it. Someone's kind of weird. Okay. Come on, people, you need to be on point here. I literally just died 3 times because no one else is playing. We have like an AFK too. This lag is killer, man. Like, dude, if you get caught one time without chaps, you're pretty much dead. Or twice. I should say twice. I'm gonna go see what's going on over here. Like, how are we not farther ahead down here? That was like just completely imbalanced. Yeah. Bot match. What does everyone think of a chaps change? I don't actually think it did too much for DH. This lag is annoying. I don't... How did that not pick up? What about the damage change though too? I feel like they kind of nerfed and buffed DH at the same time. Because like the whales hit even harder now with the change. Like, I mean, they hit hard. That, yeah, you eat like two smoke grenades from a smoke screen. Man, those things hurt. I wish they had nerfed fumes and left chaps alone. Nerfing chaps mean the other DH builds will suffer. True. I don't think the... Yeah, I don't think... I think they should have adjusted fume thread. I feel like... I don't know. I feel like that the change doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I mean, it makes sense if you want to kill, like, tanks. Because fume thread has problem killing tanks. But now fume thread just does a lot of damage. An abnormally high amount of damage. I mean, you can still escape spam without it. That's the thing. I like how I get a survey for a bot match, but when like the actual matches happen... Check something out here. Yeah, because like, man, you could run, if you run like Blur too as a Demon Hunter with that build, you do so much damage, man. Increase your crit by 20%, increase damage by 30%, run the new 2-piece set for 35% damage for when you're dealing damage, right? Dude, that's just insane amount of damage. Like, insane amount of damage. You guys want to see how much damage I'm talking about? Let me show you, okay? You want to see how much damage this... It's an absurd amount of damage. I will show you why I think something else needs to change with the fume thread build, because it just does too much damage. Let me remember how to play fume thread. Hold on a second. Okay, so we drop 2 of the Mount Bank and we run 2 of the new set pieces. Okay, let me see what I have for new set piece. So we can run that ring, and I will put on Miss Dreamer's Urge for... That ring doesn't belong to me. What the heck? Actually, and then you know what we can do is we can even run Chaps at Acrobat, and we'll just run full armor pen. Let me just make sure I got everything out. Got everything right here, because I forgot what I'm doing here. I'm gonna show you how absurd the damage is. You don't even need to run Mount Bank at this point. Okay, so Gloom. Urge. Okay, drop the... I can run the new belt, right? I don't even have the new belt. I can run this one, though. I'll make my bearings on what I want to do. No, they're not even running the armor break shoulders. They're running escalating violence. Oh, yeah. Gloom. Urge. 1, 2. Oh. Change this ring. All right, let me show you how absurd stacking these things are, because it's pretty ridiculous. It does so much damage. And then we get rid of this for Spectre Glass. And we run Haunt Coil. I need this Haunt Coil. I like Convoy. It's just... I think Convoy is just more fun to play, but... That's just me. Hold on a second. I gotta sort all these gems out. Give me 1 second. Do I do this or do I run Maul instead? Because Maul is still good for the... Let's just run Maul. Where's that? What did I do with that Maul? Let's put Concentrated Will back in here and we'll just run it without this. We'll run Maul in this spot. Okay. And now I just need to put one other gem in here, which is fine. Put that in there. 10.3k res. Good. Okay, now we just need to run the correct essences. We run Fume Thread Chest. Okay, Supply Everlasting. I forgot the pieces that you run. Been so long. Fume. Bewildering Arc and Dusky Courier. Supply Everlasting. Survivor Strike. Okay. Survivor Strike. And then this Bewildering Arc and Dusky Courier. Okay. And then I guess we still run Secret Safeguard. Escalating Violence is fine. And then same Best Discretion Helm. Skills, Daring Swing, Escape, Smoke Screen, and Chakram. And then make sure that the gear is good. Yeah, I think the gear is okay. Oh. I don't need Impale anymore. I could use the Daring Swing ones, which are really good. I wonder if they're using the Daring Swing pants. I have these two old bows. I might just run those. Acro pants, the new pants, right? I need to run this. Rune is in this one. They're still using chaps. They're still using chaps. Okay. Yeah, so with this setup, you get 35% increased damage. You get the 15% from Gloom. Oh, wait. Why'd I... It's not 4 pieces. I'm so dumb. It's only 2 pieces. 1, 2... The Gloom rings. Okay, I only need Gloom... Like 1 Gloom ring. And 1... Okay, I don't know why I just did that. It's not 4 pieces, it's only 1. Gloom ring. I can put that on, or maybe put this ring on. One, two, 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, there we go. Rest, 2 pieces, 2 urge, 4 gloom. All right, that's what. There we go. That's what I needed. Let me put this as fume because it's the latest fume. No, but see, the new set still does hella damage on the initial, right? So the initial is still 35% damage. It's no one really is running the 4-piece, but the initial 2-piece still does a lot of damage. What up, Raspy? We'll try it in ROE and we'll see how it performs. Yeah, this is hell damage, man. Like with Haunt Coil, Spectre Glass, 4 Gloom, 2 Rest, like that is just a lot of increased damage. Increased damage, increased damage, increased damage. Plus the increased damage from getting hit by multiple smoke screen. Yeah, that's just does so much. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. I think there's just too much damage. I think DH just does too much damage. Like, there's no reason for it to do that much damage. Is basically what I'm trying to say. I can't start PvP. I have Rite of Exile in 8 minutes. I also played DH and agree. I just don't think that they needed. I don't think Fume Thread DH is needed increase on chakram and smoke screen damage. I just didn't think, like, it already did hella damage in my opinion, and now it's like, and now they just do an absurd amount of damage. That makes no sense to me. No, DH doesn't normally run evasion. The only time you run evasion build is if you're playing Fan of Knives. Fume Threads definitely didn't need a buff. Yeah, I didn't think it needed a buff either, but that one DH forgot what that one DH that basically hit me with it one escape, and then daring swung over me between basically two, that'd be three smoke grenades and 2 chakrams. He 100 to 0'd me, and it's just like, what? So yeah, that's just crazy. Between one escape, he hit me with escalating violence and locked me out from moving. Maybe it was a blur lockout. I don't think it was an escalating violence lockout. I think it was a blur lockout. Maybe it wasn't escalating. I have to go back and watch, but maybe it was a blur lockout. And then if you run like quick step, you get. Is this the move? Maybe you just run this stuff. Gas skill downs recover 10% faster. You know? When blur ends, your damage is increased by 30%. This should like crush everything, right? Right? No, not Mr. M. Yeah, I mean, all the Fume Thread DH just do insane damage. I don't think they should have buffed Fume Thread damage. I just don't think they should have touched it, because now they do even more damage. So, I don't know. They don't. Blizzard doesn't listen to me anyways, right? So we all know. We all know they. I'm gonna run Harbinger and see what that does, because like, I don't know, man. Like, I think Savage Urge. Wait, let's see. Blur, Ambush. They don't use Shackle. Okay. Bait. They don't use Quick Step. They should be using Quick Step too. Critical hit chance increases by. Does that stack with? Does Savage Urge stack with other crit sources? Because normally you don't want anything that any like Gloom Guide's Prize, for example, that gives you crit, right? Does this stack with? We can actually try this real fast. Let me see. So crit is what? 15%. 34.1. All right. Let me see what this does with this. 34.1. It doesn't stack. Okay. There's no point in using that. $34.1. Yeah, it doesn't. I just tried it. So there's no point in running Savage Urge. This would work good because if I can do... Oh, but actually... Gloom don't stack with Harbinger and BG. Wait, for real? So Blur doesn't stack with Gloom. Can anyone else confirm that? Because that's the first that I know that this doesn't work. Does this not work? No idea. I need someone else to confirm that. Because that's the first I've ever heard anyone say that Harbinger and Gloom don't stack. No. No, meaning it doesn't stack, or no, no, he's not right. Game takes the highest percentage, so Harbinger doesn't stack. Okay. Okay, so there's no point in running this tree then. And we're not talking about crit. I'm talking about this damage. I'm talking about this damage right here. Blur. This is on ambush. Okay, no, it does not stack. Okay, okay, okay. That's why those who use Harbinger use 2 Gloom, 4 Mount. Okay. But Gloom won't stack either, though, because this is a percent, right? The damage will work. Yeah, okay, so I know the crit won't work, but the damage. Man, you guys are... I'm gonna go... Can I go to castle from here? Okay, I can. We're gonna try the other shoulders then. The armor break shoulders. If I'm gonna run the blur dash lockout. It's a little late now to try it. 3 minutes. We'll find out in PvP. Nothing like trying it on the fly. This is gonna probably be really bad. Yeah, but I'm thinking like it might not stack. Like it's gonna run I'm running all damage. Yeah, I changed. Oh, I forgot there. Oh yeah, there is an essence transfer in here. I mean, you say it's not good anymore. All right, we're gonna. Or I guess we'll use this. But I don't know. I feel so slow. I need move speed so bad. I do have a couple move speed pieces, but whatever. Who cares? Or maybe I just say, you know what, screw Horn Coil and take it out, and then just run something else in there. I like a one shot there. That was awesome. Felt great. Yeah, you see how much that smoke grenade did? That's just insane. All I saw on my screen was like 150k smoke bomb hits, which is crazy. Like that, 159,000. I don't know, we just got pushed off the thing there. Where'd my team go? I think we're over rotating here a lot. Wow, really? $200,000. 200,000. That's crazy. They got it. Okay, maybe not. That was so close. Okay. Let me go check some crafting stuff really fast. Or check my stash for some stuff. Because I don't think I have... Yeah, but I lose my damage. I want right, I want the damage. I mean, I can go back to the other set. What was I running before? This and this. Running that instead. And then, what was the other ring that I was using? Or was I using this Mount Bank ring? I think I was using this yellow ring. Bloom hands. It's 1, 2, 3. There we go. 2 Mount Bank. That was running before. I don't think this is actually... I feel like this blur doesn't really do anything. The only thing that's good about this is dash skill recover cooldown. I don't think... It doesn't feel like it's doing anything. Okay. I need... the craft. Say the belt. Say this belt. I can survive. I just need more move speed if I'm gonna run Hunt Coil. Because yeah, I just need move speed, man. Terrible. Low resistance. Terrible. Because I have on my rings execute damage, summons. I don't... let me just spend the money on this. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of money, but just a little bit. See if I can get summons to move speed. Terrible. Kill cooldowns is better, but... wrong with that. And once my green rage enchant, once my greens are better, it'll be better. But that's fine. I don't want to spend too much money on that. No, it's the dust. It's the dust that it's this dust, right? Because every time you change, you enchant, it uses 200 of this. And I don't have that many scraps left. So it becomes enchanting is very expensive. I normally only enchant like end game items. So like yeah, I usually only do that. No, it's not the gold. It's the dust. I only have 2100 left. It's the dust, or 1900 left, and it costs 200 of this dust every time you enchant. I'm using Gladiator right now. Oh, I have this. I didn't even realize I had that. Oh, freaking Isatar neck. Are you joking? I don't have that much scrap left. Like, I don't have that much scrap. This is not that much scrap left. And once I get actual good pieces of green gear, then I'll enchant it, right? Like, it doesn't make sense to enchant a piece of gear that only has one magic item on it. And this is from... Is this even from this? Oh yeah, it is. Like, it's just a waste to enchant unless you have a really good piece of gear. I just spent like a crap ton, like I don't know, it was like 3,000 dust there just on those like 20 reforges or 15 enchants I just did. So it doesn't make sense to waste your mats on that. And plus, like, I play this game like once a week, right? So my these items are hard to come by. I should just buy turn in your purification shards. Where you do that? I'm gonna buy this dust and scrap. What do I turn them in though? You just click this? You just click this? Oh wait, you just click this, yes? Yes. No. How are you gonna say no? Okay, can it be exchanged for 251? Okay, cool. One person says yes, two people say. This is why I can't listen to people. Mine says click recycle. What the heck is that? Multi-shot, knockback shot, knife trap. That's not too bad, actually. Extract this. Get rid of that. Salvage that. $251 dust is nothing though, man. That's like, yeah, that's nothing. That's terrible. Pretty terrible. Pretty terrible. You got 250 dust. I had 219 dust. That's not that much. That's like one enchant. That's terrible. It's only one enchant. What the heck? No way that works. Okay, I need to report that because that should not work. What just happened there should not work. If you take the portal with the buff up, as you come across the map, you have spinning chakras and stuff that come out of your body. That should not happen. Wow. Okay. Love getting one shot there. That felt great. Okay, this is why you can't stop moving as Fumed or DH, because you can't play on the thing, man. Annoying. Wow, okay, I just got destroyed by that Blood Knight. Once it passes, it only counts in portal to oh. I don't know. It was following that DH across the map, though. Oh. Killed by DH. I'm gonna check check something out. I actually think Blur did better than Gladiator did. So it's a visual thing. It's not actually doing anything. Oh, we're dead here. Like, we're just sitting here doing nothing. Alright, let me check something. I want to see what this guy's running. Let's check these two DHs. So yeah. So Mount Bank 1, 2 Mount Bank, 4 Gloom. Wait. Oh yeah. 4 Gloom. And then they're running Escalating Violence, Chaps, Bewildering Arc, Dusky Courier, Supplier, Survivor Strike. Yeah, okay, so it's all the normal stuff. Yeah. So it's all the normal stuff. Oh, what Paragon? Let's see. Brawler. What Paragon? Gladiator. Okay, so everyone's running 2 Mount Bank. Gladiator. I don't know. Let me check to see if Blur even does anything. Nah, I wasn't running hard. It felt like that match felt like let's go into the thing here fast and see if it does, if it counts. I think it does work. See if I get both. Gloom. Ambush. I get both. I get Gloom and Ambush. Okay. I'm gonna change this gem out for something that, like, I know that does more damage. Like the Seeping Bile does more damage. I know it does. Alright, changing gems around again. Give me 1 second. Actually, you know what? Let me run it like this so I can run in agility stance, because I just don't have the move speed right now. It sucks so bad. Yeah, Encore. Encore doesn't last that long anyways. I don't know. Maybe it's a mistake. Well, let me just see. Maybe I'll get rid of. I'm kind of leaning towards just getting rid of this one and still running Horn Coil. Let's bring back Summons DH. I mean, I think Summons DH could work. Well, we were talking about that at the beginning of the stream, and I think Summons DH can work, just not in PvP, number one. And I think, like, yeah, it's not in PvP. I don't think, maybe Concentrated Will for Spectre Glass, but I think Spectre Glass is pretty good. Let me put the Concentrated Will in here. I don't think it'll work in PvP though. Like, I don't think it'll work. Whatever. I'm missing like 10 res there, but it's fine. It's fast, probably a bot match. Yeah, I'm just messing around with it right now because the damage got buffed and it does so much damage. It does, like, you can hit someone for 250k like instantly, and that's just absurd. Wait, what the heck? Oh, wait, are they playing on one account together? Why are these bots doing the same exact motion? Oh, they're probably programmed to do that. Wow. Okay, that guy. That Tempest did a lot of damage there. This thing right here. It looks weird with all those things following you. $358. I'll check something. Escape, escape. chest can change to something else. Check. Yeah, it's annoying. I've seen a couple druids run basically that stag, and they just keep running around. You can't CC them. But you know, I don't see that too often. I mostly see a lot of bear tanks still. Yeah, they I don't think they should have buffed the damage, but it does so much damage now. Like earlier, I was playing, you know, fan knives, and I just had a demon hunter just swing on me one time, and basically 100 to 0 me. Like, there's no reason for that. I wish I had some wisps. Oh, maybe I should go and extract that. Upgrade that charm while I'm waiting anyways. Look, Giggity's right there. I just saw you in game. Services. Upgrade this as well. Out to BG. Look, Selenon is in here. I still think Maul is good though for like pulling people in, the armor break and stuff like that. It's just like an easy way for CC to happen. I'm gonna change some things up. I'm gonna put my other offhands back on after this and see how that works. We are running blur still, yes. And then what I might do is I might actually craft 2 main hands with Daring Swing. I have enough shards I can just craft 2 up-to-date main hands with Daring Swing on it. Whoa, he's running. That's insane. Like, just look at that damage. That damage is absurd. I'm telling you, Fume Thread needs nerf. Like, it's absurd how much damage it does. There's no reason for this build to do that much damage. I'm sorry, but that's just stupid. It's just stupid. It's so busted. And people who think that this build is not busted, I don't know what to tell you. Like, there's no reason for that to do that much damage. What up, John? How's it going? How you been, man? A little bit of lag still showing up though. I hope you guys are playing defense, by the way. Dude, how do we lose that to that, man? Like, what? Good. How you been? Yeah, dude, blur, it just does so much damage. All right, let's change some stuff out here. I'm gonna change this to, we'll run these two offhands that have better two escape ones. So let's see. This one, oh no. This escape and this escape one. Okay. And those two. That's good for the escape stuff. And then main hand, we're gonna run not that one. Not that one. We're gonna try to craft main hands that have, it's actually pretty good, but that's an older one. Get rid of that one. It's old. It's old too, right? Yeah. Old. Get rid of that one. Actually, get rid of that. And then that's old as well too, so we can get rid of that. Those two. Pretty sure. Well, I don't use those. 2868. Yeah, I don't. Okay. So I can now craft. Let's craft the two main hands with daring swing, so I can change those out. And salvage these while I'm here. Okay, item crafting, main hand with daring swing. Craft two of these. Whoops. Okay. So and then I can enchant this. Alright, let me see what other pieces of gear I have. Escape shoulders. I think I kind of want to keep those shoulders as is. Rain of Vengeance. Okay, I just need better better set pieces. Like, ideally with move speed, that'll help me out a lot. With on coil especially. Okay, so this week, overflowing arsenal. I need to get some better set pieces. We'll work on that this week. Let's try to get this last convoy in. But yeah, that's what fume thread DH does. You just run around. All right, let's say fume. Oh, this chest I can. I need that daring swing chest too. Let me try to get that. Chest, daring swing. It gave me impale too. Oh my. Why did it give me that? That's, oh man, that's crazy. I did that. Why'd it give me that? What's the other thing I can put on here? No smoke screen. Nothing, really. Do you have anything to say about the new 5-star? Sure, I have a lot of thoughts about it. I don't think it's that good for Demon Hunter. Get rid of that thing. Or at the door, get rid of that thing. And don't use those two helmets. So let me caveat the why I say that, because I think there's better gems out there for free to use. And unless like you're a newer player and you're still like building 5-stars, it makes sense to build the 5-star during the event because of the boosted drop rate. And plus all the market's flooded with gems at the moment, so all the prices go down. So it's very easy to level up gems. Like just across the board, normally like gems just become cheaper. Like look at 77 listings, right? 35, and they're all really cheap. Yeah, these are all pretty cheap. And basically when you see it like this, you know that it's probably not the greatest, especially when you have these 5-stars just chilling on the market. And I'm not the only person that has said that this is an okay gem. This is not by any means like a must-have gem. I would rather have Haunt Coil than this gem. But if you're a druid with Rabid Might and your health pool is like 1.5 million, this is good for you. But for DH, not necessarily. You need to basically, to capitalize on that gem, you need to have a play class that has like a buff to your health pool, and then it's better. And then we'll see how this we'll go to maybe like 9:30 or so, and then we'll see how this build does in regular BG, and we'll see. I mean, I'm saying it right now. I don't see why they buffed Fume Thread damage. I just don't understand why they thought that was a good idea. I think Demon Hunter damage is absurd right now. Like, for example, Daze, the druid that I was fighting last game, it takes me quite a bit of time to kill it on a Fan of Knives Demon Hunter. And Fan of Knives has a lot of burst. But I could almost, not one shot, but maybe like 2 or 3 like chains of attacks swinging through him. I was able to like kill him. And that's fast. So, yeah, I don't know. I think it does too much damage. How did that person's sentry test go? I don't know. Celadon's doing BGs now, so I'm not sure. Maybe he got upset. I don't know. Ask Celadon what John Hill or whatever in the chat. That's Celadon. Pretty good. John Hiller or something. John Hiller or something. Yeah. What would you say is the best way to farm Legos? Since the raid spam is patched. Well, I mean, y'all shouldn't be doing that anyways. Just play the game, really. Yeah, that's Celadon. I think the best way to farm now is just, you know, yeah, John Hiller, there he is. Free guy wants to know how your testing went with the sentries and stuff. I'll DM you. Slide in the DMs. Dude, who's buying all the gems right now? Like, what? John on Twitch. John, are you playing with Tong? What are you up to? If you're still here. Okay, so the goal this week is to get this build nerfed, and then we can go back to playing Fed and Knives. That's what we're actually gonna do. So I'm gonna get my set pieces with move speed. I just need 18%. Like, if I get 8% move speed on these pieces between 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces, I mean, if I can get 10%, that'd be great. But yeah, let me at least get like another 8%, because I'm just running so slow right now. It just is terrible. But yeah, I mean, I need it because of Han Coil. Only reason I asked, well, it's because Druid is the last class I haven't tried out yet, and I'm having to farm these essences. I mean, you don't have to farm essences, right? This is a bot match? No. Oh, this is gonna be a GG here. Yeah, I think DH just does too much damage. It's a juicer? Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, because I don't know whoever playing Lulu's count. It's one of those players, East Coasters. Yeah, overflowing arsenal. I'm gonna get my gloom pieces this week. Get boost speed on those. Get skill cooldown reduction. Yeah, that's the plan. Yeah, like Daze is already dead, and it's like I didn't even do that much to him. You know what I mean? Like that's just crazy. It's just too much damage. There's just too much damage there. There's no reason for that much damage. Plus blur. You know, I had blur up too, so that doesn't count. Okay, so I'll move down the lane here. Kind of running around being useless right now. Okay. Don't know. Not looking good. Halfway, 3 minutes to go. Let me just try to stick on this side. The best success I had was staying on this side. Dead. There's a lot of demon hunters on that side of the other side too. Oh, we got it. For Demon Hunter, what are some of the runes you should go for? That was a good question. I haven't talked about runes for a long time. Okay, I can show you. So runes are going to be a couple different ones. Let's just let's go here. This is faster. Rune smithing. So a couple different runes, right? There is OTH rune is really good for skill attack or skill cooldown reduction. So if you're not writing Bottle Hope, this is really good. I think OTH rune is probably one of the better runes to run in the helm and shoulder slots. The alternative one is the 10% one, which is this one, the Tot rune. This is good, but I think skill cooldown reduction is more important. But again, I think your mileage may vary based on how much cooldown reduction you already have, but I think cooldown reduction is really helpful in PvP. But I also think like Tot rune is one that's really good, but I don't know. I like the cooldown reduction, especially like when my pieces don't have skill cooldown reduction on it. Like they do now, but like I'm missing skill cooldown reduction on that piece. And then you try to get the 30% cooldown reduction. PvP cooldown reduction is a lot. That's everything. The alternative runes, let's see for the other slots. I'm running the Rom rune. Rom rune, I think, is probably the best one that you can run in that slot, because the other one that you have is the Lev rune, which is the primary attack one, which isn't that useful. Is there any other rune that I could run in that spot? I don't think there is there? Let me see. Legs, main hand, yeah, Lev rune. Offhand, yeah, there's really, I don't think there's really any other good rune in that slot. Let me see. There's a chart somewhere too. Chest. This rushed one is pretty good for the Daw rune. That skill cooldown recovery rate is pretty good for Fume Thread. AST rune is pretty good for... Yeah, I would actually run AST rune. Run either AST rune. Yeah, I would probably run AST rune in your main hand for fume thread, because rush, you get this rush, right? And then you get movement speed increased. That's also really good too with the AST rune. I think someone in chat was talking about that rune earlier. But yeah, there's a chart somewhere that lists all of them out, but I don't think Lev rune is very good. I would run like, it's all situational, like QOT rune situational, AST rune situational. I wish I had some AST runes, because that would actually make one of my, like, for the Lev rune, right? AST rune for the Lev rune. How much I could make one? How much are these? How much are these? 37, 38. I could make one. I could just buy two of these right now and make an AST rune. I might actually do that. It might be worthwhile. Let me see something. I don't think I have any AST runes, do I? I don't. I'm gonna buy that and then convert it. That's actually really good for me. Because this rune, Lev rune, is doing nothing for me. Buy those two. Okay, and then rune smithing. Let me do this too. PvE, I don't know about PvE. Just go with the highest rune that you have, I guess. Because, like, increasing your base damage is probably more important. Like your base stats and stuff. I don't really change my runes too much. Like, kind of what I run in PvE, I do, or PvP, I kind of run in PvP as well. Alright. Make an AST rune. Cool. Alright, and then I can put this AST rune in for this, because this thing does nothing. And then have 3 extra % move speed. Boom. Okay, let me check my chest as well. Evasion. Let's see, pants. Gain a shield when you fall below. Let's see what else I have. Rush. Damage taken while moving. Let's just put in the juicer ones. What's the juicer one for the chest? Is it this one? Nope. Nope. Chest. 10% attack speed. Monsters have a chance to explode. Dash kill of a doll rune. Alright. Block chance. Skill cooldowns. Yeah. Let's replace it with that. Let's see how that feels. I lost a little bit of cooldown reduction though. Yeah, that's a lot. Well, what you get is damage taken from players is reduced, which is helpful. And of course, your base stats go up. Be nice to get another AST rune, and then I can get just one of these with movement speed on it, and it'd be nice. Yeah, Harbinger does a lot of damage too. All right, what do we got here? Juicer. What's Papa running? I never... He's running 4-piece of the new set, though. Oh, wait. No, he's running 6-piece of the new set. What? That's crazy. Huh. See how he does. I'm curious. Thought in your dumb dots, man. Oh, we're all dead here. Look at that. That was dumb. I got hit by Necro Summon. I'm distracted by this Discord message. Okay, push down the lane seemed to go really well there. So we're gonna go over here and stop this guy from coming down the lane. I don't have cheat death here, so I die. And if my team doesn't get here, we're dead here. And we're dead here. One shot. And because no one but me went left. Because people can't read the map. That's crazy, man. I was the only one that went left there. And we still won somehow. I want to comment on this one thing that's happening in the official Diablo Discord Dean Hunter channel, where someone's adding someone as a friend. I was just reading their thing, and it's just like, how do you copy the wrong battle tag? It's not even close. I mean, okay, it's sort of close, but it's also not that close. I don't know. I guess copy paste is hard. All right, 9:30. We'll do this last one, and then we will call it a week. Did 3 streams this week. It's a lot, actually. Next week is I might try to stream on Tuesday, maybe. So the plan for this coming week is I'm gonna try to do 2 things. Like I definitely want to try to get my better set pieces, my 4 gloom set pieces, you know, because I definitely need those. So I'm gonna work on my set pieces this week. Overflowing arsenal should help with that. Hopefully I get some good pieces from that, because I think this resets on, what day does this reset on? Is it Tuesday that this resets? So yeah, I should be able to pick some more set pieces here, and hopefully that'll help. But I stick by my, I think this does too much damage, especially with this. I know this happens only once every 30 seconds, but yeah, I mean, the damage from this is insane when this does fire. But we all know any build that I usually play gets nerfed, so you know, we'll show how broken this build is, and then it'll get nerfed. Vitality, willpower, strength. These would have been so good. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I can collect it next week. I think I still need to collect one of my pieces, but okay. I can collect it next week. What up, Jaeger? All right, last game. Last game. Did the escape nerf affect much or nothing to worry? Not really nothing to worry. I mean, it does allow you have to be a little bit more careful. Like, you can die. So, but like if you stack a lot of resistance now, like 11,000 resist, like you'll be fine. Like if you stack a lot of resist, you'll be fine. But like I'm still right now I'm running chaps, and earlier I was running secret safeguard. So, but yeah, I mean I'm playing Fume because it got buffed. I mean, it just does so much damage. And there's no reason for it to have that, to do that much damage. That's the thing. It's like I just don't understand what they were thinking. Yeah, I don't know. Fume Thread just does so much damage, man. That's one of the reasons why I'm playing it right now. Because this is like when I get 100 to 0 by someone like half my res, it's like, what? That shouldn't happen. Like it's stupid. It's really dumb. Like, this build should not exist. And then it doing even more damage than it did before is just I just don't understand. I don't get that. Like that's just insane, right? Because and even if you run blur, so I'm running blur as well. So every time I kill someone, if I do end up killing someone, it refreshes the cooldowns. Or like it refreshes the damage. Okay, they're gonna push there now. But like you saw how much like 3 people, I just obliterated 3 people, got their pet savior, right? I mean it just does too much damage. Like I should not have been able to kill Danny that fast. But yeah, I mean I destroyed Danny there. Don't run on top of me with your dots. Thanks for running that into me, man. Appreciate that. It's not looking good now. They basically applied the same nerf they used with Wolf Druid first time, just a bit more of cooldown dash and buff the damage. And then after that, they nerfed the Ravens to the point of removing them. Yeah, it's like... I think the issue is the auto targeting too, because anything that basically the iframe plus the auto targeting damage, that's what. Yeah, that's like what's the real issue here is that. I mean, I don't know if it's the issue, but that definitely is. Yeah, it definitely helps the build. And everyone's on the left here. No one's stopping right. That's a problem. They win here. Okay. That was last game. Terrible to end on a loss, but it is what it is. Nah, I don't use the new set anymore after it got nerfed. That's strange that Pop was using 6-piece. I wonder if that's... I don't think the 6-piece works too well, though. Interesting, though, that he was using it. But yeah, I stick by, like, I think... Still think this... It's just too much damage. Like, there's no reason for DS to do this much damage. I think it needs to be nerfed. 1. Okay, that's the end of the stream for this week. I will try to stream on Tuesday, but there's no guarantee because I had to pack for my trip this week. So I'm basically gone the whole week after Tuesday. So we shall see. I don't think there'll be a stream until the following week, but then that's also New Year's. So I don't know. I don't actually know when the next stream is going to be. It might be on the 28th. I might be able to stream next Sunday. So maybe the next stream Sunday if it's not on Tuesday, because I don't think I'll be able to do it Tuesday. Just because I have to pack. Unless I pack in the day and then do convoy at night. I don't know. We'll see. Make sure you follow, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe and all that stuff, because when I do go live, you'll get notified. Maybe on Tuesday, but if not on Tuesday, maybe on Sunday. And then if neither of those 2 days end up working, next stream probably won't be until Friday the 2nd. Yeah. So if I don't see you until then, have a good New Year, have a good Christmas, and hope Santa brings you all some nice stuff. You know? I used 6-piece with Thunderbolt Crusader before I got nerfed. It was ridiculous. Yeah, it did a lot of damage. The base did a lot. Yeah, so have a happy New Year, everyone. Have a good Christmas. Hope Santa brings you everything that you wanted this year. And yeah, I'll see you, everyone, when I see you, because I don't know when that will be. So have a good one, everyone. Stay safe. Enjoy the holidays and time with friends and family. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.